Hi there, in this video we're going to review lintels and structural steel. So at this stage of our model we have completed modelling up all the brickwork and the frames. So again, a quick reminder of where we're at. So we have our brickwork modelled and our openings modelled. So if you have modelled your walls and your openings correctly, your lintels should be very much automatic. So if we go to our lintels view now, you can see that the lintels have been drawn already. And you just need to check, basically, anything that might be different or will require might be different. Check that the number of lintels for each window are correct. So we can see here that it's drawn one lintel for these windows and two for that window. And that's because it's interrogated the wall. When you place the opening into a wall, it looks at each leaf. And if the head height of the window is less than the top of that component of the wall, it will draw a lintel. Of course, these also have 3D components we can look at as well. Okay, so you can see your lintels along that side of the house and our lintels above the niches. And also a T-bar and a corner lintel, which we're going to look at next. So we'll go back to our lintels view and we'll look at the T-bar first. Okay, because that's drawn with an opening, so and it's looked at the wall and tin and it's gone, okay, I need a T-bar. So T-bars need to be referred back to your engineering drawings. So you would look up your engineers and go, okay, this is actually a 180 by 10, and also the bearing is probably a bit too much here, so this might have 90mm bearing on each side. And there we go. And we can move that label up and out of the way. So we can see things a bit clearer. We might have it actually something like this. There we go, there's your T-bar complete. And of course, you look at that in your 3D view, you can see that it's modelled correctly. Okay, if we look at this corner window situation, as I mentioned previously, because this window is set to be a corner window and I've told it where the opposing window finishes, it can draw in your lintel, and that's pretty much done automatically, which is quite handy, plus a corner column as well. So if we actually select this window and some of the settings, we can expand out the lintel info, and we can override that lintel size if we need, or change its function or its bearing when we override it. If we look at the column info, we can control the column size. Where am I? Sorry. So we've got the column size there, which is, we'll go to a 50 MB. That's updated that column. We can change the base plates. And we can say also that the corner column needs to go to the footing or to the window, and generally should be footing. You can change that and it'll update the height. Okay, so as you can see, you do your corner window situation and your lintels very, very quickly. And of course, remember, you need to turn off the lintel on the other side. So draw lintels off, because you only want to draw that one lintel in that situation. Now, what I'll just mention is, with these objects, if the properties change, so say for example, the height of this window, or the head of this window, drops right down, it will then decide it needs 2 lintels. So if the head height is now, say, 22, it's created the second lintel for you straight away. So put that back up to 25. That applies to all windows. So look at this. So if we look at some of these other windows, for example, so this window is in a 28 course wall, but both leaves of brickwork are at 28. So if we were to change that head height to 28, both turned off, which is correct. So you wouldn't actually do a window like that in that situation. So the head height should be 25. There's both of our lintels. This window, if we make the head height 28, you can see it decides it no longer needs that external lintel. So that's why it's very important to get your wall heights right and your window heights correct. And this part just becomes totally automated for you. Okay, now also here are our brick lintels. So as we mentioned before, if you model that with an opening tool, it will automatically put in a brick lintel for you inside these internal walls. And that is it for this job in terms of lintels. So we also have some other tools here as well that you manually draw lintels. So this tool here is the corner lintel tool. It's called the corner lintel tool, but it draws any lintel. So it can be just a straight normal lintel like that, or it can be any shape at all. So if something weird does come up, you can do that. And you can also change that to a T-bar. And it also has the 3D components. So if it does get too hard to model the lintel with the opening, you would go to the window, turn your lintels off. So we're ticking that box there. So you no longer get lintels to that window, and then you can manually draw your lintels. So going back to our view, we also have a manual brick lintel tool as well if you do need to draw a brick lintel. So it's just a matter of running the tool, clicking 2 points, and there it is. But generally you shouldn't need, in most cases, to use these 2 tools. They should be derived from the opening in the wall. But of course there will be cases where it is you can't do what you want. So you turn off lintels and manually draw the lintel that you need. It might happen when you have 2-story jobs and half the lintel is supporting the slab or the brickwork or something like that. Okay, and the other tool we have here in this set is the Perth Wind Pipe tool. So what we do is we run the tool and it's attached to the inside of the wall. So if we want a windpipe there, we go back to the frame as used. Apologies. It's better. So once the wall is highlighted, we know it's going to insert correctly. So see that, click the side of the wall and then click the direction. You can see the preview of the little square is the preview of your pipe. Okay, it's the first time it's been drawn, so just go OK. And there we go, we've got a lintels view. There's our wind pipe, so we can move the label out of the way. And you see how it's worked out the size for you as well. So it's gone to size 2. So there's 3 sizes you can order these in. It's looked at the overall height of the pipe and work out the size, and it gets the height from that internal brickwork. So if that wall was to change, for example, make that a 800 high. And we go to our lintels. It's already ordered a size 3 for us. So because it's attached to the wall, you can order the correct size. Go back to this wall, bring it back to 257. Lintels, back to size 2. That's pretty handy tool. So you just insert that windpipe and it does the ordering for you. You don't have to think about it. Okay, so once all of your steel has been modelled and you're happy with it, we can look at our report now. And to update this report, I just select it and then tick the show quants button or off to toggle it, and gives the object a refresh, reviews all the modelled steel and produces a report. So I can see that it's generally pretty good, but it looks like my niche lintels haven't had the room name set. So I'm going to go to these lintels and it's set to living. So we're going to change these to garage. Okay, if we refresh this report, those lintels should move from living to garage. There we go. Okay, with the lintel report, you can have 3 column presets, so you can hard code which columns appear first, or lintels profiles appear in the first 3 columns, and then it looks throughout the rest of the model, finds anything that's different, and just creates these columns. And that is it for lintels. So now we're actually ready to load up this quants for our plate high stage of the house. So we'll do that in the next video. See you there.